This episode of Savage Sessions is brought to you and produced by Radio Salad Studios. And now your host, Chuckie Tee.
For Deadlands, the Weird West. A tabletop RPG powered by the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. Savage Worlds is a product created by the good people at Pinnacle Entertainment. You should visit them for all your role-playing needs. That's right. As is tradition here at Savage Sessions, I allow the players to go for that all-important fourth many to allow them to do cool and crazy things throughout the game. To do so, I usually ask for a previously on. Seems as there is no previously on. Instead, I'll go for a 90-second introduction. If the players could introduce yourself and who you'll be playing. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Everett Morris, and I will be playing the role of one that plays with fire. Plays, as his non-native friends call him, is a follower of the old ways, but only because he believes it's the right thing to do, in truth. Now, I'm going to stem away from that for just a moment. Truth is one of the grandfather's teachings. So, he's fascinated by steaming locomotives, clanking machinery, and rotating guns that spit metal forms of death. Blaze, shaman, gave him his new name, it was Leroy, and asked him to go on a journey onto the white man's world. He know that Blaze's curiosity would only be satisfied if he saw the danger of technology firsthand. Basically, it's almost like, you know, how the Amish, you know, they spend that weekend out and hooting and hollering and carrying on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's being, you know what? You think it's all great and everything. Why don't you go out and do it?
Exactly.
Plays retorts, I will. So there.
Nice.
My name, Greg Fisher. All right.
Go ahead.
So, Father Sam Johnson, you know, at first he was, in his younger years, he was a tinkerer working in a factory. But he had a vision, or he would have visions about how to build these machines. But then in one vision, an angel actually came to him and told him that the inspiration behind the gadgets was actually demons muttering. And after that, I just swore off any of that stuff, messing with the infernal devices. The only last sin that I committed was stealing my favorite gun.
That's right. That's right.
Shotgun.
Gotta protect the masses.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. All right. All right. You got 30 seconds. Anything else you want to add to it?
Yeah. I want to know about that cross. Just a straight up cross?
Just straight across.
Damn it. That's no fun. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just roaming around. I've got an El Cheapo horse, it looks like.
Yep.
A stubborn Appaloosa called Charity. Hey, but we have saddle and saddlebags.
Nice. Yeah.
Other than that, I just roll around. I try to help people.
Okay.
Steer them towards God.
Right.
Reach the natives.
Oh, there's more. There's more.
Well, I'm sure
All right. So go ahead and take your fourth Benny. Thank you very much. And Lee, you're up. Would you like to give us a 90-second introduction to yourself and who you'll be playing? You're muted, bud.
Always ready for a good game cause anytime it's blowing into town, and here or there we go. You ever know when you're in town where there's any dark kind of places the shady ladies stay at night, and any of those places that you might find old cockroaches? Well, just let me know the name of any of those places in here in town we blow in town, man. Because I doubt very much we're going to be finding gumbo out of this place, man, like what I'm used to. It's hot, and it's like got lots of red pepper. And
Nice.
you do want to be thinking about playing an honest game when you play me, though, because, man, it's been unfortunate in the past. I am happy to say that I am good with this, Derringer. Do be careful. Do be honest. Do be my guest. Sit down at this table and play cards anytime you damn well please. And you got to get smoke.
30 seconds. Keep going.
No, I don't take time to sit around the barrel at night roasting marshmallows. No, we don't do that. I don't really care what holidays are up. Doesn't matter a damn thing. Nothing. Just where are the card games? Let me know. My horse here, Baron. Now, this actually was given to me by somebody brought him down from Kentucky to Nolens and said, "Here, you. This horse is a gift from you. Thank you for being at the party and doing those card tricks that nobody can figure. Are you with the devil?"
That's awesome. Oh my God. Yes, Lee. You are in, dude. You have got him. That is awesome. Each of these are members of the Twilight Legion. You are joined by two other members. Now let's go one other member. Vendetta Vasquez. And she's she's a somewhat notorious gunslinger, and she used to work for the Black River Gang, the Wichita Witches. She has recently broke free from them, and she has been on the run ever since. She has recently joined with the Twilight Legion in hopes of keeping herself safe and to try to atone for things that are absolutely horrific that she has done in the past. So, with that being said, we do have a couple of things, but as we play, I will drop those in.
Are you running the same one that you run on Fridays, or is this a different one?
This is a different one.
Okay.
It is still 1877,
Okay.
but before we get to our quartet, right? Quartet, yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, we're not doing a setet. We're doing a quartet. The camera pans down through the woods, an open field. We can see. Okay, that's a little bit loud. We can see a large field, and as the camera travels along this field, we see that fresh rows are being plowed by a man, and followed behind him are what may be his wife and some children. They are poking holes in the ground and they are planting seeds. And we see the old man with probably three horses, a old rusted plow, and he's just merrily moving along as the camera slowly swings up behind him, rises above his shoulders. The horses suddenly buck. He tries to pull them back. The camera pulls back around, zooms in on the wife, and we know it's the wife because as she screams out, "Husband! Husband, what is going on?" And the two children behind her have stopped poking holes and dropping seeds. They looked up. "Dad? Dad, are you okay? Papa, are you okay?" And the older man is trying to grab hold of the plow, keep it to stay, and the horses are beginning to buck up and down wildly. The plow lurches forward and it hits something extremely hard. And the old man immediately cusses. He doesn't have money for a new plow. And as it lurches hard again, he watches in horror as the plow actually dips into the ground. And it keeps going into the ground. The horses start to come back. He lets go of the plow, watches as the ground below him falls. And the entire earth around him begins to get sucked into the ground itself. He backpedals repeatedly. The horses manage to pull themselves up. The straps restraining them to the plow snap, and the horses go wild. The old man turns, and the camera goes behind him. We see him crawling energetically away from the ground as the pit gets wider and wider and wider. He finally rolls onto his back, and it just lies there. The camera pans up above him and keeps going up, 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 and up. And we see that there is a massive hole, and his feet are dangling over the edge. The screen cuts, and we see the old man hugging his wife and hugging his children. And one of his children, the little girl, looks out the hole. "Papa, what is that?" The old man looks back down, kind of looks at his wife. Go to the house, missus, and fetch me that lantern." The wife backs up and, now, you just hold on a second. "Damn it, woman, I'm curious and I don't want the children going down there. If it ain't safe, I need to go down there and look. Plus," he glances down into the darkness, "my plow might still be okay, and I could get the neighbors down yonder to come help me get it out. Now go get me that there lantern." The screen cuts. We see the blue sky, and we see the old man lowering the lantern down on a rope. We hear him telling his children just to hold it steady. He praises his son for doing a good job of getting one of the horses back. And we can see that a rope has been lashed onto around the neck of the horse, and the old man has it wrapped around him. Once the lantern gets down to the bottom, the children quickly rush forward. The old man pesters them back, tells me he don't know if it's safe. He doesn't know if it's going to keep falling down. The boy mentions that, "It looks like there's a room down there, Papa." The old man looks down, and we can see it zoomed on his face. His eyes get big, and there's a twinge of fear in his face. Yeah, but I see the plow. Now, you just bring that horse down, and I'm going to try to go down here and see what's going on. Camera pans back, and we see the old man being lowered down into the pit. When his feet finally touch the ground, he glances around, and he takes the rope off him. And we see that the walls around him are fashioned not of natural rock, but they look like brick. Large stones. Looking in the holy hell. As he looks around, he sees the plow, but he quickly stops. He looks at his feet. And we see him got his hands and knees, and he pushes down on a large. And at first, it looks like wood, but as he clears off, we can see it's stone. And there's something etched in the stone. And as the camera's working around over top of the old man, we see as he clears it off, and we see him on his knees. He looks back, and there's a large symbol on a perfectly round stone slab. Glances over, yells up for the boy to go back to the house and bring me the pry bars. The screen cuts again. We see the pry bars being thrown down to the old man, and we see him working the pry bars under the stone slab. We also hear the wife and the children telling him to stop his foolishness and come back up, and the old man just tells him to hush. There might be something down here. You can't stay up there. Don't you come down here now. Woman, you keep them back. The pry bar slips underneath the rock. The old man halves, he pushes down, and all of a sudden there's a stream of light. Violet light comes from underneath the stone slab. The old man drops the pry bar, but it's too late. All around the disc, we see that it actually begins to shake and rise up just a fraction of an inch. The entire room is flooded violet, and the stone slab shoots up into the air. The old man screams and falls back. And with that, the children scream as the entire hole is lit violet light. It shoots up into the sky. And several objects fly up from the hole in the ground, and they begin to circle around the hole. The old man, screaming like a little girl, grabs the rope and is telling the son to slap the horse's ass to get me out of here. Slap the horse's ass to get me out of here. And the boy does. He slaps the horse, and we see it go, and the old man gets flung up and out of the hole. We see him land heavily into the dirt, rolls onto his back, and glances around. What in the hell? Floating above the hole, wreathed in violet flames, are 7 human skulls. And that's when the whispering starts. They're not coming from the skulls, but it doesn't sound like they're coming from anywhere specific, but they're coming from everywhere. And the camera pans, and we stop, and it's on a stagecoach cutting over the dusty trails, and it passes a wooden sign that as soon as the stagecoach goes past it, on the wooden sign it says, one second, Bent Elbows Ridge. And as soon as the stagecoach goes past it, the sign actually teeters and falls almost directly to the ground. And we see a small town, at the most, maybe a half dozen buildings. It's up in the prairies somewhere. It's out in the middle of, looks like, nowhere. But we recognize the people, at least 2 of them, riding on horseback. The first is a very large Native American. Large, standing easily 6'5". Muscles to bear, and a large battle tomahawk strapped along his back. The buckskins that he has are flapping on the side, but he's going at a ginger pace. He glances over to his other riding companion, a woman, clad completely in black, Stetson to toe. She has a cigar in her mouth, and she flicks it to one side to the other, and she glances over at the stagecoach that is directly ahead of them. Inside the stagecoach, let's see, we can hear 2 individuals talking. One of them has the New Orleans accent, and the other one has a more soft but civil tone. The camera goes inside the stagecoach, and Greg, Lee, what exactly are the 2 of you talking about? And then we'll get into exactly what happened to bring you guys here. It's not a heated debate, but you guys are definitely having a conversation. What exactly is this conversation about?
if it's something heated with me being a father or whatever, probably going to be some debate about the arcane or something like that.
Oh yes, because you like I said, there's no secrets in this group. Everyone knows what Shady is, and you guys have been traveling with each other and have done a few cases together in the past. So you've definitely seen his handiwork in the past. So yeah, go ahead. You guys have the scene.
I'm telling you, Shady, practicing that arcane stuff that you're doing, it's only going to lead you to damnation.
Well, sir, once you take a taste of the whiskey, and that whiskey is a very, very privileged vat. You could speak more confidently and intelligently about what is true and what is not.
I've had my hands in various places. I had my dealings with the devils in my younger days. I swore it all off after the Almighty came to me in a vision.
Will you give him my best? And I do have some fine whiskey for him, should he ever like some.
Everett, Blaze and Vasquez are on their horses, and quite frankly, Vasquez glances over at Blaze and she just smiles, and she leans back a little bit more. She's just enjoying the ride, and this is one of the definite highlights is the fact that she doesn't have to be in that stagecoach. On the last trip you guys went on, the good father's horse had finally decided it had had enough of his fat ass, and it pretty much bucked him off. And in the process, though, flung its unintelligent ass forward and smashed its leg up against the side of a barn, putting a nasty gash in its leg. It would be unrideable for quite some time. Now, Katie, on the other hand, his horse, in the last adventure, Shady decided to pop off a spell. And apparently, according to Shady, things didn't go quite as planned. And his spell ricocheted and it hit his horse.
No.
And at first, it was rather comedic, but the horse's head literally swelled up to double its size. The horse lost its mind. People lost their mind. But you were all able to, play it off. 80's horse unusable. As you guys are coming up to the town, each one of you reminisces back to just a few days ago where you had stopped, and it was in the middle of the night. Velvet Van Helter, a member of the Twilight Legion, did what Velvet likes to do. As a huckster himself, Shady, Velvet is quite infamous, and he's also has a tend for to be a bit of the flair for the dramatic. So of course, one of Velvet's favorite things to do is to show up and do a cute little seance or session when you guys are sleeping. And so it was in the middle of the night when you guys knew that you had stopped in a hotel and were sleeping. And, well, I don't know. Plays? Would you be sleeping in the hotel, or would you have camped outside?
Oh, I would camp outside.
Great. So that's nice, because you wake up and everybody else is sitting around the campfire, and they look just as surprised as you, because they were all sleeping in the hotel. And then that's when there's a slight crack of thunder, and then sitting on a log that wasn't there when you set up camp is Velvet Van Helter. He's a handsome man from New Orleans, as you could tell from his accent. He likes the color green, and he also likes velvet, hence his name. And he's also as smooth as velvet. He has dirty blonde hair that he has combed back. He looks to be in his late 20s. And he's sitting on the log. He's got his traditional cards. He's playing them back and forth. And he smiles. He looks around. And, well, I do declare I am extremely ecstatic to have been found all y'all together again. Wow, look at this. My favorite Indian. My most credulent, down-to-earth pastor. And you, Mr. Shady Doug. I look forward to another card game with you, good sir. But unfortunately, pleasantries have to be put to the side as something has come to our attention. And we don't have very many people in the area. And, well, we looked at our traditional map, and lo and behold, y'all showed up. There's a place not far from you. We want you to go there. It's called Bent Elbow Ridge. Now, there's been some strange things that have happened. He takes the cards and he fans them up. And as they come up, one card flips in the air and it gets larger and larger and larger. And it stops and it puffs into green flakes of sparkles. And hovering in the air is this picture. This is a photograph that has come to our attention. A rather ingenious individual has gone off to Bent Elbow Ridge, as apparently a farmer has stumbled upon something. Do I need to make this bigger, or is that okay?
I don't even see where. Oh, the skull.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So that's one of the pictures. Now, apparently, Velvet has this photograph, and in this dream, he's presenting it to the four of you. This is a photograph that was sent, and then we have one other one. As soon as I can figure out how to make things good for y'all. A farmer dug in the ground. He found something that we feel he probably shouldn't have. I'm so sorry, guys. And the town, a small town out in the middle of nowhere, is absolutely flung up in fears. Those skulls have been floating around for the past couple of days. We'd like you to go out there before certain other individuals go out there and ascertain what exactly this phenomenon is. So, with that, the map of your area shows up, and it's a small town in Idaho, and it is surprisingly close to where you guys are at. And with that, he doesn't know any other details other than the individual who took these pictures. Well, let's just say he ain't nobody's Huckleberry no more. Apparently, and I quote, he took a swing at one of them there skulls, and the skull turned him to stone. Now, we're concerned also, not so much because the moron took a swing at something supernatural, but because the farmer's daughter also apparently was concerned for her family, and she took a stick and tried to hit one of the skulls, and she has also turned to stone.
All right.
We need people there as quickly as possible. And you, unfortunately, the four of y'all's are the closest we can get. So, he says that it's a really small town. Again, as you guys come in, like literally, there's like 6 buildings. There's one saloon, there's a church, there's a general store. There is a sheriff's office, if you want to call it that. What else would there probably be here? Maybe a blacksmith. And then there's a few small houses here and there. When your stagecoach stops, a lot of people start to head inside, but you also notice that there's a lot of wagons here. And you notice at the general store, there's a wagon there, and there's 4 people loading up the wagon with barrels and things like that. There's another wagon being loaded up, and there's a lot of people standing outside the bar with glasses in their hands, drinking beer, chit-chatting with each other, and pointing at the people out in the streets. When they see your stage come up and the 4 of you have stopped, they all the guys out front of the bar kind of get huddled a little closer. They start talking, but they're also pointing in your direction. How would you guys like to proceed?
There's a lot going on.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
The father looks around. He says, well, perhaps, do we want to split up or do we want to stay together? Perhaps, maybe, that, or maybe we go to the saloon. We can get a meal, ask around a bit.
Yes, Blaze is slightly hungry. We really need to go to the saloon.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Shady, how do you? Okay. So the 3 of you, the guy that is driving the stage, he says that he will take. If you want, plays. He says that he'll try to find a livery somewhere and get the horses rested up. And when you guys are ready, you come find them, and we'll go from there.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. And so the 3 of you are going up to the saloon. Like I said, there's 3 guys standing out front. They have their beers, and they are eyeballing this very strange ensemble of characters that are going into the saloon. But they're not saying anything, but they are definitely eyeballing you guys as you go in. The saloon itself is a very standard saloon, 2 stories. Open at the bottom. God, what? Maybe 10 tables? And they're not very big tables. A medium-sized bar, and the lady standing behind the bar, she's probably seen better days. She looks like she's in her mid-40s, and she's trying to dress up, but where she's located, honestly, she's probably the best-dressed woman in this town. But the dress is old, and it's not maintained very well. When she sees the 3 of you come in, she's fiddling around with some glasses.
On the way in,
what's that?
On the way in, I was going to ask the gentleman, just make some conversation. You said there was like 2 or 3 guys standing outside.
Yes, 3 guys outside. Yes.
I wanted to kind of make a little conversation on the way in. Just ask them if they knew what kind of grub this place had.
Okay, let me come back to you in just a second. Everett, Lee, are you guys going inside or are you hanging out outside? The good father has decided to strike up conversation.
I'm gonna stay with the priest because, frankly, with everything going on, I feel like there needs to be just more information gathered from somewhere.
Okay. Lee, are you going into the saloon or are you hanging out with Blaze and the priest?
Well, of course, true to my character, I have a hindrance called curious, and my passion is card games and low life. I'm heading straight in for a shot of the finest whiskey they have in a card game that I will not be honest playing.
Of course not. Okay, so as the preacher stops, and he's the preacher stops and strikes some conversation with Free. The camera is going around. We see Shady stop, look back at his two companions, look forward, see the bar, and see the woman holding up the shot glass. He looks back at his companions, look back at the bar, and we see him push the back doors open and continue inside. Meanwhile, out on the front stoop, Greg, you and Plays have the quick scene. What's going on?
Okay, yeah, as I walk up to the gentleman, I just ask him, I say, "Good day, gentlemen."
They tip their hats. No, they do. They tip their hats, and they're looking at you. They're looking over at Plays because again, the good father is and honestly, Sam is recently ordained once. But as these guys tip their hat, and they seem actually very happy to see you, and to look at Plays, the 6'4", what? My God, 6'4". How much do you think he would weigh if he's all muscle?
Like 240. And just
240?
a brick.
250, some crazy shit like that. Okay, he's clearly the muscle of this group. I mean, there's no getting around that. Really nice.
I got into music.
So the guys look up and they see you. Are you here to replace Father Thomas?
No, I don't know nothing about it, Father Thomas.
Oh, the guys look at each other and they're like, "Well, if you're not, then did he call you? He said he's going to go call for help."
No, I was asked to come over here by a different group.
Oh, and the other guy slaps the first guy on the shoulder. See, I told you. I told you that people were going to come out here. Man, Jessup's farm. Oh, man. You ain't like that poor other idiot from the papers that came out here, is you? Man, he wasn't family to you, was he?
No, wasn't family. We've seen some pictures and heard about some stuff going on out there.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, there ain't no powerful out there strong enough to take on whatever's out there. People are packing up and they're getting the hell out of Dodge. They ain't no stuff. Most of us, we're fixing. Yeah. So, do either of you two have questions for these guys?
Well, like I said, I was asking them about the grub. If this place had decent food or not.
Oh yeah. Ethel in there, she'll take real good care of you. Are you guys just passing through, or are you seriously? You're here for the Eccles farm?
Damn it, dog! Which battery do I have? Yeah, we were here asked to come check it out.
Huh. Well, I'll tell you right now. Whatever that itchy Jessup dug up, he dug up the bowels of hell, man. Man, we went out there the other day, and that ain't no joke. Don't know what the hell those things are, but I'll tell you right now, it's straight out of the Bible, buddy.
I'll be the judge of that.
Place, do you have any questions for these guys?
No, not really. I'm just,
I mean, they already gave us, the name of the farm, Joseph's Farm, or Jessup's.
Yep, Jessup Eccles.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm
what
still here.
more-
I gotta plug my laptop back in.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, go ahead, Everett.
What more detail you have? Like, what type of thing has been seen? Is it a spirit? Is
Oh,
it
hell yeah, there is. The whole damn place is haunted. People
Well-
are freaking out.
well, what does it look like? What evidence?
Oh, man. Evidence? Huh? He points across the street. You see that wagon over there? And them boys? Huh? That's what's left of the Ackles family. That woman and her son and that guy right there, that's Jessup. And man, I'll tell you right now, they're like crossing themselves. And look at the preacher, like, I'm sorry, Father. In the back of that, from what I heard, his little girl's in the back of that wagon too. Shut up, man. They ain't plot to speak of the dead like that. Then they ain't even bury her. How the hell do you bury a statue, stupid?
What did it look
I
like?
feel a little fun.
Skulls, buddy. Skulls, man. We saw it, man. You didn't see nothing. All we saw was some stuff floating out there. I got closer. When that boy from the paper came out, he was going to take them pictures. I went with him. Shut up. You did not. Yeah, I did. Went out there. He went out there. He was going to take all sorts of stupid pictures. And then he hauled off and tried to hit one of them. Father Thomas went out there too. Started waving his hand and stuff like that. And even he went to smack one of them with his cross. They turned him to stone too. They're still out there, man. Skulls, floating skulls with huge diamonds in their eyes. Shady. You're at the bar. You were just about to sit down. And you've got your first drink, and all of a sudden you hear out behind you huge diamonds. What's Shady doing now?
About the skulls.
Oh, yeah.
I would immediately be attracted whoever I heard speaking that.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, the three guys out there, they're talking something about skulls floating around at some farm, and that there's diamonds in their eyes.
Well, how do I approach them? They're in another room?
No, they're all you gotta do is turn around and walk back outside. The preacher and the Indian are out there talking.
Well, that's what I thought. They're outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I will have done that. I have gotten up and walked outside to see where that voice came from.
Oh yeah, it's one of the guys talking to the preacher. They see you come back out. And, Ethel has given you a bottle. You paid for the bottle, and you got the glass. And the guy looks at you and kind of nods and looks back at the preacher. Oh yeah, it was absolutely horrific. I tell you, I ain't gonna lie. I'm man enough to admit it. I peed myself. I did. You all peed yourself too. You saw what I saw, man. Watch your Father Thomas smack that fool skull in the head. Turned him, that thing whipped right around. There was a flash of light, and next thing I know, Father Thomas turned into a white statue. I ain't lying. You don't believe it? You head out to the Echo Farm. You'll see for yourself. I ain't lying.
This sounds like a Medusa thing.
Man, I don't know what that is, but I'll tell you right now, like my buddies and I said, we're clearing out of here at First Light. In this town and that farm, work of the devil here, buddy. Work of the devil.
The little girl get turned into a white statue too?
Oh, they all stop and they get pale and they kind of glance over at the wagon and they look back. Yeah, she did. I don't know exactly what happened there, but yeah, poor girl. Yeah, they're all mumbling, oh, that just ain't right. That's just absolute shame.
I kind of bow my head for a second. And I look back and I go, I'm going to excuse myself. I'd like to go over and maybe say a few prayers and talk to the family.
Okay. All right. Everett's gone. So the preacher is now walking off, and Shady is chatting these guys up a little bit more. So as the preacher's walking across, did you want to chat them up too, or did you want to just leave this to Shady, or did you want to go with the preacher?
Boy, that's a toughie. I'm gonna hang out with Shady.
Okay. All right. So let's give Lee a little bit of spotlight. So
Yep.
the camera's kind of going around, and we see the preacher walking across the road over to the wagon. And Lee, you've gotten a little bit more information out of these guys. How were you talking to them to get a little bit more information out of them?
I told him I'm from Nolans and the devil had sent me.
What? Are you in league with them skulls?
Lee, I'm rarely speechless.
That's true.
Okay. So they're kind of looking at each other, and they look back at him. They look at you, and they take that more as a joke than anything else. And the one guy, he nods, he swings his beer. Well, buddy, I'll tell you right now, you might have been sent by the devil, but the devil's hanging out at Elkin's farm right now, so you'll be right at home, and you can go up and you can give him an old drink to the old man himself, because he sent his spawn out there. And the other guy makes a comment that, Elkins was an idiot for even purchasing that land. My grandpappy's pappy, when he was a little boy, he told me about the wizard that came through here, and he built himself a tower. Oh, shut up. Ain't nobody ever built nothing. No, it's true. My grandpappy's pappy, he told me that. Yeah, he did. I heard stories. He came out of nowhere. Big old storm came through, had a big old creepy pointed hat. It was crazy. Built himself a tower, and people came from all over the place. Oh, and everybody's heard that story. Creepy old man supposedly had a tower. What happened to that tower? They tore it down. He disappeared. Everyone tore it down. There's a bunch of houses around here. Hell, he points over to the church. The church has got the foundation of that church was made from that tower. I'm telling you right now. Shut your mouth. Ain't no thing like that ever happened. Ain't no old crazy old man ever lived out there. Well, there was a wizard here once. People came from all around. Figure out curses, get tricks and stuff like that. He did it. He even had apprentices come out. He used to train them, send them off into the world to do, I don't know, whatever, wizards do. You're an idiot, you know that? Come on, let's go get some more drinks. Man, no, maybe you shouldn't drink anymore. I ain't lying. I swear to you, it's true. And with that, the three of them turn and they go into the saloon. The camera focuses on Shady and Plays. What's the expression on your characters' faces right now after hearing that information?
I'm looking at the two guys just like, what the heck is going, because as an indigenous, I'm accustomed to the stories of spirits and ghosts and all that, but this is way left field in my opinion.
Okay.
But
yes,
but I'm cautiously, realistic to where maybe there is some truth to all this, but over time it's been exaggerated.
Right. Okay. Lee, what about Shady? What is his expression? What is his thoughts right now after hearing that little story?
I put both arms around these gentlemen and say, I'm buying shots inside. Meet me there at the bar. I will see you in a few. I turn 180 degrees and stick my right foot out in front of my body, straight and stiff as a board, and quickly teleport myself up the steps of the saloon through the double doors to buy that shot at the bar. I intend on talking to the bartender.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right, good. Give me another persuasion roll, and then we'll get to that. Okay. While that conversation was going on, Greg, you were up at 5 and a 4. Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Okay. We'll get back to you in just a hot minute. Greg, as you get to the wagon, you see. I mean, they look terrible. They look absolutely terrible. This is definitely the family that has experienced some major grief. It radiates off of them.
Okay.
The old man is being helped by a couple of younger men. They're loading up some barrels, a lot of dry goods. You've seen this in the past where families are going to be making a long haul.
Yep.
These are the type of supplies that they would take with them for a long haul. The woman, she's cradling her son, and she's trying not to cry, but she glanced over when she sees you. She stops, wipes away some tears. Oh, hello, Father. And the old man.
What time of day is it right now?
Let's say mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon?
Yeah, mid-afternoon.
Good afternoon. I've heard you guys have experienced some tragedy.
Oh, God. She starts to break down, but you manage to calm her down. Go ahead. Continue the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to see if there was anything I might be able to do. Maybe offer a few prayers.
Her husband pipes up and he growls at you. Prayers? You want prayers? And now he's crying. Tears are streaming down his face. Prayers? Where the hell was God when this happened to my daughter? And he pushes stuff to the side. The woman turns. Oh, no. Jessup, just calm down. Where was God with my daughter? And he pulls back a tarp, and as the tarp gets pulled back, there's a small marble child.
Okay.
Struck in the throes of fear, holding a stick in one hand, and her eyes are huge. The detail of this is unnatural. Absolutely unnatural. It's
so I have the arcane.
detail.
I'm trying to
Greg,
figure
you
out.
need to give me a fear check. That'll be a
Fear check?
spirit roll, please.
Spirit roll?
Spirit plus the wild die.
Yep, it's another D6.
Yep.
Five and a 4.
5 and a 4. Yes, you'll be fine.
I've seen worse, probably.
That's true.
Yeah, you've seen worse, but it's definitely it's unnerving, but
Okay.
you managed to push through it.
So I'm wondering, because I have arcane background, it says miracles.
Yes.
Is that something where, like, what, I kind of say a prayer and try and tap into that angel lady that's watching me? And
This is beyond you. As soon as you pull up the cross, you close your eyes, you start saying, either a hymn or some verses or something. You feel her hand kind of rest on your shoulder, consoling you, and in a relatively stern voice, this is beyond you.
okay.
And now The husband is hugging his wife and his son.
Okay.
You
they're
still have
probably not going to talk anymore. Are you guys still there?
yeah, I'm still here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just checking. It seemed like it all froze for a second.
Yeah, no, we're still here, bud.
Okay.
Okay, as you glance back at the saloon, Plays is on the stoop, looking inside the saloon. Shady is gone, along with the three guys that were out there too. Did you want to try and talk to them some more, or did you want to move on to something else?
I have a feeling I probably aggravated the old man, and his wife's upset.
Okay.
So he's probably not going to tell me anything that other than what happened again.
Okay. So what would you like Sam to do?
Actually, because Sam does want to know how he came into the property, where he got it from.
The guy kind of looks at you and he nods and he slowly, he caresses the statue's face. He covers her up, and the scene pans, cuts over, and he's now outside the wagon, leaning against it, and just shaking his head. It was just another property. There were stories. I never thought nothing of them. Okay. It was just flat land when I got there. Never had any problems. And then we went to start up the new field. Nothing big, just for family. That's all it ever was.
Right. This is your first year planting on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we've been out there since they were wee ones. This is our first year trying to plow out there. Okay. Oh, I should have never gone in that damn hole. Oh God, I should have never gone in that damn hole.
So, who did you purchase the property from?
Local surveyor. Just like a whole bunch of us did when we came out here. It's just a plot of land.
Okay. That surveyor still around, or he already cut bait?
Oh, he was like a bunch of people. Just cut bait. I had bought it. Oh God, I'm trying to think. Where would he be from? I don't know.
Probably somewhere back east.
Yeah, back east, and he had bought it from there. He just bought it, showed up, had a letter, and was shown where his property was. And then he set up shop. Everything was fine. Everything was normal.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, because I don't feel like he's going to tell me anything more.
Okay.
I bid him farewell, safe journeys, tell him I keep him in their prayers.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Father.
It's understandable. You're experienced a tremendous tragedy.
Okay. And where are you heading off to now?
Got to go back over towards the saloon, see what kind of trouble Shady's getting into.
Preacher shows up. Shady, you're inside. You're talking to the saloon owner.
Yeah.
You got success, so you got some information out of her. What does that conversation look like?
What do you say we play a game of cards and we'll make the stakes high? You give me the information about where the floating skull is.
Oh.
I give you my horse.
She laughs. She pours you a drink. Then she slides the glass to Shady. Ain't gonna be no need for no games, sir. She points across the street. That That's the Elkin family. It was their farm. From what I understand, he was out plowing and he found something. And there was not just one skull, a bunch of skulls came out of the ground, straight out of the pits of hell. And anyone that goes out there gets turned to stone. Greg, Everett, you guys have walked into the bar, and Shady is talking to the bartender. Lee, is there any other questions you want to ask the bartender? You're muted, bud.
Got to go to the Elkins farm.
Okay.
No, so I think that's clear.
Okay.
And the way there, the bartender just told us.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yeah. She gives you guys directions. Do Everett or Greg, do you have any questions for the bartender before we switch to the farm?
Not at this time.
Okay, Greg.
I'm gonna grab me a bite to eat and a glass of water, probably.
Okay. All right.
I guess we're about to have some fun. I might as well go on a full stomach.
There you go. I like that. Okay. So, the farm. First of all, it's pretty much that's all it is. It's just a lot more open land.
Okay.
The housing is sparse. It's about maybe an hour outside of the small town itself. When you get to it, there is a small fence. There is a small house. On the fence, there is on a wooden plank in faded white lettering, it says Elkins.
Okay.
And there is like I said, small house, small barn. Really nothing exceptional about the place at all, except for the glowing things about maybe 30, 40 yards away from the house. You can see them plain as day. It is starting to hit more towards, the cusp of when it's starting to get dark. But so yeah, they're there. They're not moving, but it's true. There are several violet lights just floating there. Like I said, about 30, 40 yards away from the farmhouse. What are you guys doing?
I'm probably going to say a couple Hail Marys and get some prayers in, see if the my old spirit angel there's got any suggestions.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, Everett, what is Plays doing? Everett? Did I lose Everett?
Might have.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yep.
What is Plays doing when you guys get up to the farmhouse?
I'm just looking for clues, looking for signs, looking for, any kind of evidence.
30 yards away from the house, there are. It's true. There are several glowing objects about 30 yards away from the house. The priest is getting out of the stagecoach, and he's getting his auto shotgun out.
Nice.
Yep. What about Shady? What's Shady doing?
Good prospect. Don't even expect that's a civil service job. I'm citing you for violation of the city building code.
My curious hindrance is forcing me to walk straight over to see what they are. I'm headed straight at them.
Oh, this is not the first time that this crazy Cajun has gotten you guys into trouble. It is not the first time at all. That
Hence
he
the
is
reason I was
just.
probably pulling my gun out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, so as you guys get closer and closer,
I'm kind of a little hesitant on the cross because that didn't seem to go well for the last reacher.
which as you guys are getting closer, yeah, I'm gonna need spirit checks for all of you, and then I'll tell you why. This will be done in a -2. So whatever you roll, just subtract 2 from it.
No, I gotta see what my spirit is.
So I ended up with a 3. So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that.
Okay.
I don't have a spirit. Oh wait, there it is. D6.
No, it would not be 2d8. It would be a 1d8 and a d6.
Ooh.
There we go. Got a 6,
Okay, 6. You can go ahead and roll me another 6.
5.
Okay, so you got 11. Okay, so you got the success in a race, so you're okay.
Okay, that's better.
All right, Lee. Is Shady's spirit a d8? Okay. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Okay, go ahead, roll me a d. There we go. All right. You can go ahead and roll me that d8 again. Every time you roll the highest on that on the die, you can roll it again. So go ahead, roll me another d8. Might as well. Okay, so you got a 9. So you're also doing fine. Everett, I did not see yours. What did you get?
I got a 2.
Okay, so do you want to bet any of that?
Yeah, I'm gonna. If I can find my mouse. It's here. There it is. Let's see. So, I'm gonna do. And I forgot how to get rid of one of these. Oh, that's
Go
pretty.
hold it.
How do you like that? That's pretty sweet. There we
Just
go.
grab a hold of it, yank it onto the map.
Well, that's what I thought. Oh, there it goes. All right. So we're got a D6. So. Dear heavens. So anyway, I'm a train wreck apparently.
Did you roll your wild die?
Oh,
Oh, what's wild?
So
a
another
d6
D6.
is always wild.
You what?
A d6 is always wild. So just roll a d6.
Oh, okay.
This is just like Deadlands Noir.
Yes.
I can't seem to get it.
Okay. So there you go. This is not to scale, but there is a very large. Let me go with this. Let me see. How big is this freaking hole?
Okay.
Fuck it. There's a massive, roughly 20-foot wide hole in the ground. And floating around this hole are 7 human skulls. There looks like gems in their eyes, and they are wreathed in purple flames. And as you get closer and closer, the photographer, it's easy to tell his photographer, his camera is lying on the ground. But he's still standing there, and he's a marble statue. And he's just transfixed in a look of abject terror. Lying on the ground is the priest. And he's got the cross up, and it's like he was hitting somebody. But he's lying. His statue is lying on the ground, and you can tell where it looks like somebody may have tried to drag it away from where it originally was, and then must have left him. Once you get within a stone's throw of these skulls, that's when the whispering starts. And again, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it's coming from. And every time you look around and think you got it located, because it's not coming from the skulls themselves. It's coming from above you, behind you, underneath you. And it keeps shifting. And it's multiple voices. Sometimes it's one, sometimes it's many voices, all whispering at the same time. And it's impossible to make out everything they're saying. And what they're saying is it's gibberish for the most part. You can make out a few words here and there, but there's no cohesive sentences. And again, every time you think you can pinpoint where the voices are coming from, it shifts to someplace else. All right, so Shady is doing okay. The priest is doing okay. Everett, I need you to make a note. Your character is shaken, and you have experienced a level of fatigue.
Okay.
Okay? That means you'll be at a -1 to all your actions from here on out.
Yay!
Okay? It takes about an hour's rest to get rid of fatigue. Okay? So, what exactly is happening with Plays? Like, what has tripped him up? What's happening with him?
He is just, this is nothing that he's ever seen before. He's heard stories about this type of thing, but it was always stories. It was never substantiated. And he always took it as like a just kind of a scare tactic from his elders. So he never, it's like, okay, great, whatever, you just, he never paid it any mind until, he sees it. And, even the stories that he heard in his youth is like, nothing compared to this. And so his whole thing is, just total dumbfound, jaw hitting the ground and, scared to death more or less.
Okay, so frozen in place, Lee, Greg, as your characters are walking up, you can't help but realize as you look over your shoulders, the large Indian has stopped and he's gripped his tomahawk in both hands. His eyes are huge, a lot bigger than what they should. And he's having a hard time wrapping his head around exactly what it is you guys are looking at. What are you guys doing?
Oh. Oh, me being a father, I'm probably going to turn around and try and encourage him. Don't worry, the spirits and the gods and all that, they'll protect us somehow.
No, they won't. This is messed up.
Okay, hold on.
Have faith.
Greg,
Have faith.
Greg, go ahead and let's see here. Are you just trying to give him some kind words to kind of bolster him, or did you want to try and maybe
a little bit, keep his mind? Yeah,
okay.
I tried to rally him up a little bit.
Okay, okay, because I need to know, because you can use I would like persuasion, or you could use faith. If it's faith, maybe it's you reciting a uplifting verse or something like that.
Yeah, something I would never know.
Okay.
Wow.
Did you want to try that?
Yeah, we'll try some faith. And
okay, go ahead. Give me a faith roll. You don't have to expend power points. This is just him, giving him, a pep talk, but reciting something inspirational from the Bible. Okay, you got a 4. All right. Lee, are you what is Shady doing?
Said the same thing.
I'm headed straight for that camera that's on the ground by the statue of the photographer.
Okay, give me a notice roll real quick. Everett, give me a spirit roll, and you can add +1 to this.
No. Nope. Roll 1d6 plus.
Now, is that one die? Is there a wild die or no?
Yes.
Oh, there is a wild die. Okay.
Yes. The wild die is always a d6. Oh, well done. Well done. Everett, you can go ahead and roll me another d6 if you want. All right, so you got an 8, so success and a raise. Whatever the preacher just said to you, even though it's not from your faith, the message was clear, and the show must go on. And it's like, okay, all right, your friend is talking to you. You know, you need to help these people. You need to help your friends. You know, whatever's happening here, it needs to stop. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Lee. You also got a 6. Okay, Lee, go ahead. Roll me another d6. I can't hear you.
What was that roll again?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me another d6.
Another d6.
Yep.
All by itself?
Yep, just 1d6.
Okay.
Okay, do you see how the 6 is green?
Yeah.
That means that you got the highest.
Oh, good.
Which is fine. You got a 7. You got a 7. So you still succeeded. You didn't get a raise, but you succeeded. Okay, so the priest is talking to Blaze, getting him bolstered up, and you have gone. Shady has, stopped, and you're maybe. It looks like the guy, as you're looking at him, and holy crap, this is like something straight out of mythology. He is perfect marble, every minute, just bizarre details are in this statue. It's like nothing you've ever seen in your entire life. And it looks like he was set up maybe 5-6 feet away from one of these skulls. The skull, and as you're looking at the camera, the film packets have been removed, which makes sense because in the dream, when Velvet Van Helter spoke to the three of you, he was showing you pictures.
Yeah.
These must be the pictures. So somebody had taken those pictures, gotten them developed, and then gave them to the Twilight Legion, and that's what Velvet was showing you guys the couple nights ago in that dream. So as you're looking at that, you look up, and Greg, did you want to continue the story next week?
We can if you want.
Will that be okay? Would you guys like that?
Sure.
Okay, give you a little bit of time. All right, because as Everett, Greg, as you guys are walking up to Shady has stood up, and he's now practically eye to eye with one of these skulls, and it has turned around and is looking right at him. And as it looks at him, a multitude of voices start talking, and they coalesce into one voice. Again, coming from all directions. And every time you try to pinpoint where the direction is coming from, it moves someplace else. But this is what the voice is saying. Oh, okay. Bear with me. I'm going to screw this up. Damn it. Rest we did in graves of old, unremembered by tales bold. Students of magic, book and spell, by our master's hand slain as well. Imprisoned in spirit, if not in mind. We nourished his life, our souls resigned. We now gather here as one to claim our master, Valstathrun. His skull within we cannot obtain. Bring him to us and end our pain. Will you aid us now against the odds, so we may sleep the dreams amongst the gods?
To find out what happens next time on Savage Sessions, join us next week. Same Savage time, same Savage channel. Until then, this is all of us to all of you saying go out there, be safe, have fun, and may the dice be with you. Always. Everett, take us home.
This has been a production of Radio Salad Studios. For more information, contact us on Facebook at Radio Salad Studios. Thank you.